Morning. Here, first one thing is that in last class we have been discussing with respective block diagrams and the respective what the course material, what is the respective what course material it consisting of. The first thing is that overview of the course. What is the importance of this one? The course deals with the communication system, communication channel, different types of modulation techniques, and various demodulation. And here the course deals with the communication system. What do you mean by what deals with the communication system is that it deals with respect to what a transmitter, receiver, and you got a channel. How the establishment of a connection from the transmitter to what a receiver through the channel is basically established. You already know that one, how the processing of a electrical signal is going to taking place this one. Okay. And communication channel is nothing but it is a media that electrically connects between the transmitter and the receiver. And different types of modulation techniques, amplitude modulation, frequency modulation. Again, in amplitude modulation we will go into different types of modulation. You come to know it studied in the module 1, and FM modulation you come to know it in the respective module 2, and various demodulation. There are different types of demodulation. You already know about the functionality of transmitter and receiver. How to get to transmit for a longer range of communication. That for reason you are using it as a modulation. And for reproducing of a original signal, what you are doing this one, going for the demodulation. And basically this course is designed for studying different types of a noise and effects of a noise on a communication system, and also the techniques of a sampling and reconstruction. As you know this one, there are the performance of the communication system basically decided by what a respective noise that is going to get to be encountered in the respective signal. And different types of means that external noise and internal noise. We will going to study the respective in module 4 in respective module 4. And next one is that the effect of a noise on the communication system, that is nothing but we are calling it as a signal to noise ratio, this one. And here there are two types of noises. One is that you got a signal dependent noise, and one is that you got a signal independent noise. Your quantization noise, it means a thermal noise, and you got a thermal noise, and here you got a flicker noise, and you got a cosmic noise. And here quantization noise is nothing but it is a signal dependent noise. That is nothing but comes under it in the your respective encoding of a respective signal. That is nothing but in basically what you are doing this one. Here 3 steps you are performing: sampling, quantization, then you got a encoding. Whatever you are making it as approximate conversion, appropriate, or you can say that approximate conversion, that is nothing but you got a quantization. That is nothing but it is a signal dependent noise. And here, what is the relevance to this program? Why you should ask to what is the importance to the what is the importance to the what is the importance, the relevance of the course to this program? As you know this one, why you have to go for this one? Communication is a part of human life. Over many decades, it has taken from different facets, from plain old telephone to got a sophisticated satellite communication. As you know this one, the communication has been started in World War II. This one, in World War II, that is nothing but in that one with a simple concept. From that they have been evolved so many things. This one, and here next one is that first one is that you got a telephone. Graham Bell has been invented this one, and these are simple example of this one. As you know this one, today you got so many applications. You got on the respective communications. One you got a wired communication, another one you got a wireless communication. As you know this one, all physical signals are analog in nature. All physical signals. You can take it as any quantity. You can anything that is external appearance. All are you got a analog in nature. And here, and this course is one of the most important for the program for electronics and communication. It means that this subject is very important for your branch, for your electronics and communication branch, because without communication, it means that nothing can be. Without communication, you cannot send the information, or you can say that you cannot convey the information in different form. This one. And next one is that what is the course objective? Why you have to go for this one? This course provides the students with the fundamental skills to analyze and solve analog communication problems on a system level. What do you mean by this one? Basically, this course provides, it means that the student with the fundamental skill, that is nothing but the fundamental skills to analyze and solve an analog communication system on a system level. It means that you want to get to be design anything you want to get to be designed. First thing is that you should have to go for the examine the certain things. You should have to get to be examine the certain things. How you going to get to be examine the certain things? That is nothing but analyzation, how you are doing, based on what input you should have to give and what output you have to give, and whatever the output it should have to give, it basically depends upon the prospective processing unit, the processing unit in the system level, in the processing level, it in the system level. What is the system level? There are two types of we are saying this one. One is that you got a low level, another one you got a high level. That is nothing but it all depends upon the architecture of processing unit. That is nothing but you can say it as a modulation. Which modulation you have been using, which demodulation you have been using, which modulation, and you got a demodulation. And here basically it means that it all depends upon the system level. All it depends upon the resources of the communication system. The resource in the sense that here basically bandwidth and you got a power are the respective resources. Based on this resources, what is that you got? You have to get to be message should have to get to be you should have to get to be conveyed with the more efficiently, with lesser power consumption, with the lesser bandwidth. That is what you are saying as a system level design. We are called as system level design in the communication system. And here it will build the mathematical background for a communication signal analysis. Certainly it will build, that is nothing but whenever the signals, if you are going for the modulation, whenever the signal you are going for the modulation in this one, what actually you have to get to be analyzed? You should have to get to be analyzed how much you got a noise is going to get to be encountered, and whatever the noise interpretation, whatever the noise that is going to get to be encountered, that should have to get to be evaluated. How should have to get to be evaluated? You need it as some mathematical background. Some mathematical background means that here basically what is that? You got a randomness of a signal and you got a deterministic of a signal. If a signal is totally dependent on the time, that is what you are called as a deterministic signal. And here a random is nothing but any signal if totally independent of a time, that is noise. That is nothing but you got we are calling it as a respective noise. This one, that is you are saying it as a random signal. That for reason we should have to know about the probability of evaluation of the respective signal. Then next one is that course learning objective. According to the course learning objective, what you should have to know? You should have to know about the understand and analysis. You should have to know about the understand and analyze the concept of the analog modulation schemes. You should have to understand and analyze. You should have to examine the respective for how much information signal you are conveying the message over the carrier signal. That is nothing rather than you can say it as a how many number of channels I am getting for the availability for the tuning. so that it comes at in the AM broadcast, that is nothing but in the radio broadcast, AM modulation, that is nothing but you can take an example. Here whatever the signal you want to get to be transmitted, you need it as a some media. In AM modulation we have been using it as a, you will going to study it in the antenna and wave propagation. There are different types of layers are there: ionospheric layer, tropospheric layer, T layer, E layer, F layer, like this. And here AM waves that are going to get to be propagated over the ionospheric layer. This one, what you got a ionospheric layer. The best example for this one, your in olden days, what you got Binaka Geet Mala will going to come. That is from any across the country. From it is distance is irrespective. The distance is you got a irrespective. At the daytime, you what you got so many you got a distortion, that is nothing but so many disturbance. At the night time it is very clear because cloud is very calm and there is no there is no scattering of a signal, that is scattering of a signal. As you know this one from the physics, the whatever the scattering of a signal, it basically depends upon the refractive index. It is basically depends upon the refractive index. With respect to that one, what is it? It's going to get to be transmitted for AM wave, will going to get to be transmitted for the longer distance modulated signal. And next one is that your FM has got it is going to get to be propagated over the tropospheric layer. It has got a line of sight. It is nothing but, you know this one, 88 megahertz to 108 megahertz will be the respective bandwidth of the FM. Is the restricted bandwidth of this one. Within this restricted period, within this restricted frequency, what frequency you have been allocated, with that city only it is permitted. Take an example of your Bijapur FM station. It means that whatever the program you want to get to be here, apart from you got a Bijapur, you will not going to get to be available because it has got a transmitter and you got a receiver. They have been permitted within that region only. That is why we are calling it as FM has got a line of sight. This one. And next one is that what actually this one we are doing that. What is that examine we have been doing this one? What is the power is related? What is the power is required for the modulated signal? What is the bandwidth is required? These are the something you got a concept you should have to go into study. This concept basically depends upon the modulation index. And next one is that, second one is that understand and analyze the concept of digitization of a signal. That is nothing, as you told this one, you are studying it as a respective analog modulation and you got a digital modulation. If you want to go for the analog modulation, again you got a different types of modulation, analog modulation. Here what is that, you got a carrier modulation technique. Again in the digital modulation there are two techniques are there. One you got a carrier modulation technique and you got a encoding modulation technique. Encoding modulation technique in the sense that you need not require a carrier signal. To be transmitted over the respective range. Then how will going to get to be transmitted? That has to get to be transmitted over the without a carrier. This one. Next one is that how will going to get to be transmitted? That is going to get to be transmitted with the help of an antenna. This one, with the help of all signals are in analog modulation also will going to get to be transmitted with the antenna, but here also you are going to get to be transmitted with the help of your you can say it as a with the help of an antenna. But the thing is that encoding modulation technique you need not require carrier. Without that one, effectively we can get to be transmit this one. And here next one is that what is that you got? Evolve the concept of signal to noise ratio. What is that you got? You should have to get to be evolve the concept of signal to noise ratio in the presence of a channel induced noise. What is that one? You have to evolve the concept of the presence of a channel induced noise. It means that how much amount of a noise that is going to get to be induced in the respective channel. It all depends upon the which type of channel you are taking, and noise depending upon the it all depends upon you got internal noise and you got external noise. This one. and study of a fundamental study the demodulation of a analog demodulated signal, that is nothing but analog detector, Foster-Seeley method. These are some of the demodulation technique we have been studying it in the AM modulation, FM modulation. Next one, evolve the concept of quantization noise for a sampled and encoded signal. This comes under what is that you got in your fifth module. This one, sampling and you got a quantization, that is nothing but it is signal dependent noise. Once if you are going for the conversion of you got analog to got a digital signal, there is appropriate conversion, there is a you got a approximate conversion you have to make, that is nothing but once if you are making it as approximate conversion, some noise is going to get to be interfered in the respective signal. This one, and study the concept of reconstruction from this one, and that is nothing but ultimately at the receiver side you should have to get to be reconstruct the original signal. How is going to get to be reconstructed the original signal? That is nothing but based on you got a number of samples that are going to get to be available. The next one is that it is very important, what are the things after studying this subject, what you come to know this one. After studying this course, the student you will going to come to know what is that you got, that is nothing but you should have to analyze the compute performance of a AM and what a FM modulation in presence of a noise at the receiver. That is nothing but you have to go for the evaluation process, that is nothing but you got a evaluation process of a modulated signal, that is nothing but evaluation process of a system inside. It basically depends upon the how much you got a noise that is going to get to be interpreted, and how much you got a signal strength, and how much power will be required for a transmission, how much you got a bandwidth will be required, how much you got a depth of the power is involved, that is nothing but modulation index, that is nothing but you got a modulation index. These are you are going to study it in the respective analyzing means that you are examining in the each signal what actually you are examining the respective the noise, power and all things this one, and how you are analyzing this one, all things with respect to what devices you have been using. In this one you will come to discuss it in the prerequisite. Okay, and here next one what you got, analyze the computer performance of a digital formatting with the quantization. Digital formatting in the sense that you may not choose it as a, once if you are converting, take example, once if you are converting analog into got a digital signal, it means that analog signals, if you got a erratic form of a signal, what you should have to make it as, therefore you have to make it as a periodic signal. You have to, madam, what is that you got, you should have to make it as a any signal what is that you got, you should have to make it as a band limit the signal. How you should have to band limit the signal? Basically the band limiting of a signal, it is depending upon you got a periodicity. You should have to add this, you should have to add the respective got a periodicity of the respective got a, the periodicity of a you got a respective signal, this one. And here basically any signal if you are making it as a erratic fashion, this one, the most about the power and you got a bandwidth becomes has got a wastage. For that reason you have to make it as a fixed format, that is nothing but you have to represent this one RZ form, NRZ form, unipolar, bipolar, you come to know this one. Okay, and next one is that what is that you got here, next one what is that you got a multiplex digitally formatted signals at the transmitter, demultiplex at the signals at the receiver, and reconstruct digitally formatted signal at the receiver. As I told you this one, multiplexing means that many signals that are going to get to be transmitted over the common channel, this one, and over the same channel. And here what you are doing is that basically you are making it as a efficiently utilization of your all band of frequency all the time. Listen carefully, all band of frequency availability at all time, this one, for each signal that is going to get to be occupied in the channel with independently, because each signal are going to get to be modulated with a different carrier. Next one, you have to get to be further design and you got to demonstrate the use of a digital formatting in the multiplexer, vocoder, and you got a video transmission. And here, what is that you got? Design. You should have to get to be design. What, how much you got a bits, how much bandwidth should be required for your respective got a formatting of a multiplexer, then you got a vocoder, and you got a video transmission. And here in the formatting of a multiplexer is basically depends upon you got a how many number of you got a signals does it supported, how many number of you got a signals is going to get to be supported for the transmission over the common channel. And for this one, what device you have been choosing, that is you got a, it is what device. You can take it as a FET, you can take it as a transistor, from that you can make it as operationally this one, take it as a resistor, and you got a capacitor. What device you have been using, what IC you have been using, it all depends upon you got a, the range of a handling capacity of a respective got a signal system. And vocoder is nothing but it based on the respective got a modulation and you got a demodulation. It all depends upon what is that you got a, how many number of bits per sample does it supports. It means that the encoding process, that is nothing but encoding at the transmitter, decoder at the receiver. It basically depends upon the respective got a, it basically depends upon the sampling rate, at what rate you have been basically you are taking the sampling this one. And video transmission is nothing but you know this one, video transmission in mobile you come to know this one, what is that you got your sports channel, you can come to know that sports channel will be got larger moment will be there, larger bandwidth will be required for this one, and if you want to talk it as a video conferencing, you take it as a video conferencing, less amount of a bandwidth is consuming, because what is that you got, there is whatever you are getting it as a, all you are getting it as a still image. But in the sports, what is that you got, all things you are getting it in the variation in the respective got a moments. For that reason you are getting it as a more bandwidth is going to get this one. And here what should be the requirement, what is the prerequisite, what should be the got a this one before studying to this subject, what you should have to prior to this subject, what you should have to know. Basic operation of a mathematics. What operation? Basic operation of mathematics means that some trigonometric function you should have to know, some trigonometric function you should have to know, some multiplication process you should have to know, and some what is it you got a substitution methods you have to know. Substitution in the sense that your Fourier transformation and all those things. And analog and you got a digital signal, analog and you got a digital signal means that here analog and you got a digital signal, and here it means that why you are going for this analog signal and you got a digital signal. And if any signal, if any signal is a function of a single independent variable, we are called as a one-dimensional signal. If any signal, if it is a function of more than two independent variable, it is a multi-dimensional signal. Take your image, take your picture, it is a multi-dimensional signal. That is nothing but what we are talking about this one. In analog signal is nothing but it is a continuous signal. Digital signal is nothing but it is in the form of binary form. You are saying about the binary form. And in the binary form, whatever you are representing, that is nothing but how you have been sampling, how you have been quantized, how you have been encoded. In analog signal, what you should have to know, about the periodicity of the respective signal. It is very important. Periodicity of your respective signal, this one. And here the basic operation of oscillators, amplifiers and filters. This is very important. Why you should have to know the basic operation of oscillators and amplifiers and filters? Basically oscillator, it does the function of a generating of a frequency that can be used as a respective sources for the, that will be the sources that, or you can say that will be used for generating of a carrier frequency and you got a message signal, which what range you want to get to be reproduced. And amplifier means that in order to get to be amplify the signal level, you want to get to be for you got a signal level. It means that at the receiver, whatever the level, signal level you are getting in terms of you got a millivolt, you are getting it as a millivolt. And if millivolt you have to get to be make it this one, it means that it is very difficult to it is very difficult to hear that in terms of millivolt this one. It means that what you have to make this one, the millivolt you have to make in terms of you got a amplification. That is nothing but the signal level has to get to be enhanced, that one. That reason we have to use it as a amplifiers. That is nothing but voltage amplifier, power amplifier, and you got a current amplifier. Filters are basically used for you got a removal of you got a noise. That is nothing but you got a which band of filters you have been using. This one, low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter, band elimination filter. Low pass filters are basically used at the demodulation. This one, as you know, this one, higher the frequency, there is no information. If you speak with you but very lowly, nothing will going to get to be understand at the receiver side. Like this, what is that you got? Always we have been using it as a low pass filter. Which band of frequency you want to get to be handled? That is nothing but in last semester, in fourth semester, you have been designed the cutoff frequency of a low pass filter up to 3.5. Cutoff frequency is 3.5. It means that whatever the range of frequency from 0 to 3.5 kilohertz, you will going to get to be here properly in the respective pass band. This one, and here you should have to know about something about the range of frequency in the EM spectrum. That is nothing but you know about the EM spectrum. It consisting of a radio wave, microwave, and you got a gamma rays, X-ray rays, and X-ray rays. Based on that one, what that you got the respective range of frequency used for you got a communication application. Optical fiber communication, what range of frequency I should have to use. For telephone cable, telephone communication, what range of frequency I should have to use. And here applications where you can use in telecommunication, satellite communication, and you got a aerospace and defense, and you got a radar. That is nothing but in telecommunication, in the telegraphy, this one. That is nothing but in telecommunication is nothing but your telephone in this one. Satellite communication. And here what is the need for this one communication? You want to get to be connect between 2 points. How you are establishing the 2 points? With the help of a transmitter and receiver with the channel, with the respective channel, this one. And mode of a transmission, it all depends upon the type of the communication you have been using. The textbook what you have to refer is that Communication System, Simon Hacking and Moore, 5th edition, John Ely, India Private Limited. It is Indian edition.